Yo, what's up, guys? This is Jeremy with Phat Airlines. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. What's up, guys? So nice to see you. I haven't been getting much sleep lately, so I'm a little tired today. But today what we're going to be playing, we're going to play World of Airports, right? Of course. That's what we play. I'm Jeremy at Phat Airlines. We play World of Airports. I make tutorial videos, things like that, to kind of help make your game a lot more fun when playing World of Airports. And today we're playing my stream only account. We're gonna play LHR today. We have a bunch of planes landed on the ground. So, one of the pieces of advice that I give to a lot of people, especially at LHR, is to land your planes in advance. So essentially, while I was getting ready this morning, what I did was I turned on all 4 of the tower managers, right? And then I let the approach manager, I turned that on for like an hour, maybe even longer. I forget how long it took for all these planes to land. But I turned on all 4 of the managers for 10 minutes, and then I turned on the approach manager for like an hour, maybe 2 hours, and now I got a nice full airport. If you look right here, I got 193 planes on the ground. So you know what that means? That means we're gonna be able to handle 193 plus planes, and we have 48 planes still waiting to land, which is not so bad compared to like other streams where we usually have like 100 planes waiting to land, and then it takes us like 3 hours to get all those planes landed, and we don't even get to play another airport. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to play some LHR. I want to see if you guys have questions in the chat. Let me know. I'm going to take a look at your questions, answer any of your World of Airports questions, and we'll go from there. But Hammy, thanks for being first. Mert, I'm at Mert K. Thank you so much for 39 months at tier 2, bro. Thank you so much for that. What's up, Flamingo? What's up, Kronos? What's up, Chicken Guy? Nice to see you guys. Who else is here? Voitando wants to see Innsbruck next week. Yeah, I think Innsbruck is on the plan for next week. Yeah, should be. We'll see. So yeah, the reason why we're playing LHR though is because we've got. I need to get to 10,000 silver planes, because I haven't gotten more silver plane or more gold planes for this account in a long time, because we've been playing newer airports, right? So when we're playing newer airports, we're getting we're not making a lot of progress at once. We have a lot of player contracts, and player contracts, you need to handle those contracts 10 times before you can get the reward from it. So with these player contracts, it takes a while to kind of get to the point where you're snowballing and you're getting a lot of silver planes. Eventually it happens, right? And that's what's happening right now here at LHR. We're at level 81, and we have a bunch of different planes all at different states of their contracts, right? We got planes like this one that's at 9 out of 10, so that one's going to be complete. There's another one that's 9 out of 10, but then we got this one that's at 1 out of 10. So every once in a while, as we rotate these planes in and out of LHR, we're getting a lot of silver planes today. So that's going to be pretty cool. That's the reason why we're playing LHR. I want to get some silver planes because it's been a while since we redeemed for gold planes. But all right, cool. What's up, Raptor X? Air 3 Prom is here. Fleeting Negligence is here. We have Darius Pilot and Magiskies. Made to Move, what's a good, man? Rhoda Bridge, nice to see you. Sammy's here too. What's up, Sammy? John Aoder, what's up, dude? It's just Alfie's here. You're saving up for Hong Kong and the Premium Pass. Oh, interesting. I'm not a big fan of unlocking airports, for gold planes. But saving up your gold planes for the Hong Kong Premium Pass, I feel like that's going to be a good idea. Because the way I look at it is, how do I word this? Hong Kong is going to be such a huge airport that the Premium Pass just kind of has to be good, Like there's going to be a lot of large planes in that Premium Pass. I mean, if you look at LHR, you start to get like large planes in your premium pass. And by large planes, I mean like E planes, maybe even some D planes, but I'm really talking about the E planes. But you start getting E planes in your fleet at level 46, even earlier. Yeah, like level 41. You get a couple of D planes over here, right? So you get a lot of like larger planes in the premium pass. So definitely going to be I mean, we're going to have to look at it to make sure it's worth it. But so far, every single premium pass has been technically worth it. But I think Hong Kong is going to be one that a lot of us unlock on the first day. And speaking of Hong Kong, right? We're hoping we haven't really seen too much news about Hong Kong from World of Airports. Kind of I don't want to say concerning, but like, you know, we do know, well, what's it called? How do I word this? World of Airports said, the developer said that they expect Hong Kong, this next airport, to come out before the end of the year, right? And I'm already in December 6th, right? So that doesn't give us too much time for the end of the year. Not too much time. So we'll have to see what happens, like what kind of updates we get. I haven't really seen much post about the airport. I mean, it does look like they're posting a lot on social media about like little events that are going on here and there. But like for example, they had like a spontaneous meetup in Miami Airport, MIA, because Kuba was there on a layover. So something like that was posted on their World of Airports Instagram story. So that's pretty interesting. Wish I was in MIA, right? Rode a bridge of 6,750 silver planes. Yeah, I mean, I started here at 7,000 silver planes, and now we're at 9,000. So, making my way up there. It's a little tough. That's why we hop into LHR every once in a while. Plus, it's nice that we have still some levels to go. I wish there were like infinite levels in these airports, because, like, I don't know, it's cool like having the XP actually do something for you versus just like playing so you can get silver planes. It just feels different. It feels better in my opinion. But we got so many planes on the ground that I don't have enough equipment for what I normally handle. So we got Mike's plane that's going to be complete. Nice. Let's see if we got any planes waiting to land. No. Alright, cool. What's up, Hammy? Woke up with a little bit of a scratchy throat. Oh, look, like my water is transparent. It's orange juice. If I put my hand behind it, nope, it's still transparent. That's weird. This is the first time I see Phat in a long sleeve. Yeah, man, it's cold. It's like under 32 degrees Fahrenheit over here, so ain't no way I'm not wearing a long sleeve. More cleaning services. Don't have enough crew for that. Maybe now I do. I do. Nice. What's up, Flamingo? What's up, Ultra? Yo, what's up, Jack? Jack says, hello, I'm a new fan. I remember watching your videos yesterday so I could learn how to grind better at Innsbruck, and right now I'm grinding for Prague Airport. Nice. Well, if you have any questions, bro, today's a good day to ask, because we're not really talking about one specific topic today. We're just kind of just playing the game. So today's a great day to ask any questions. I am like, how far behind am I in chat? I'm like 5 minutes behind in chat, because sometimes, you know, I start talking and then I answer your question, I answer someone's question, then I answer a different question, and then I catch back up with chat. But I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And I get the 1K bits. Yo, Flamingo, thank you for that. I didn't even notice. I didn't hear the sound or something. But yo, Flamingo, thank you for the 1,000 bits. How's everyone doing? I'm just so tired. I've been going to bed so late, like at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., and then the kids wake up at 7. So I just haven't really been getting like too much sleep, and then I just don't have any days off. You know, like Saturday, like I work Monday through Friday, then Saturday I do my stream, and then Sunday I go to church. So it's like I just don't get a day off, and it's tiring. And every once in a while I'm like, should I cancel stream? I was thinking about canceling stream today, but I can still talk, you know. So I'm here. Is it too early to discuss when 3.4 is coming out? I mean, we got 3 weeks, right? We got up to 3 weeks, because it could come out 1, 2, 3, well, 3.5 weeks, right? Because today's December 6th, and 3.4 should be coming out. Should be coming out by the end of the year. We're hoping. Chicken Guy got 10k silver planes 2 days ago. Nice. Will I be playing HKG on your main? Of course, Kronos. Yeah, 100%. Actually, what my plan is, well, work has been so incredibly different lately, because a lot of changes are happening at my workplace. So normally what I try to do is I try to take off from work when the new airport or the new update gets released in World of Airports. I want to do the same thing, but I just don't know if I'm gonna have the capability of just like taking a day off like last minute. I should be able to, but I can't make any promises this time. But usually what I try to do is I try to stream the new airport the day it releases. And usually that means I have to take off from work, because it usually happens on Monday through Friday. I mean, Monday through Friday is the majority of the week, right? So I do want to do a stream. I am going to be playing Hong Kong on my main account 100%. It's going to be a main airport until I max it out. Once I max it out, then I make I determine whether or not I want it to still be a main airport. Like right now, I'm still playing SCL a lot. I'm playing SCL like 3 or 4 times a week. I'm not playing it daily, but I'm playing it pretty frequently. But yeah, HKG is definitely going to be up on the list. What's up, QJ? Do I have a beta? No. What's up, Monolithic Frog? Nice to see you. Look at this, like you got the big A380, and then you got, what is that? A BCS3, and then you got the E170. December is the best month. I enjoy December as well. I just don't like the cold in New Jersey. I'm not a fan of cold weather. I like being warm. So cold weather, just not for me. Okay, we're gonna need to turn on the departure manager, because we're starting to get a lot of pushbacks, which means we're gonna need to get the departure manager involved, and I might even want the ground manager so he can handle my pushbacks and the crossing of the runways. So we're gonna extend them for like another 20 minutes there and go from there. Yeah, you're talking about my orange juice, Kronos? Yeah, it's my orange juice, man. I have my green screen behind me. Let me see if if you guys want, you want to see what it looks like without the green screen? I can't just turn it off, actually. Why do I have so much gold planes? I kind of bought them in advance in preparation for doing like a Concorde purchase. And one thing too is like I like to buy them when I have like money in my budget, right? But just because I bought them doesn't mean I'm gonna spend them right away. Even though sometimes it might be a good idea to spend them right away, especially considering like what World of Airports has been doing, right? They've been updating their planes in the game, and then they've been also updating the price, increasing the price. So sometimes it might be better off to like unlock things sooner rather than later. But for me, I was thinking about doing like a challenge, a community challenge that will make me unlock the Concorde. But I haven't thought of that challenge. But I did make the purchase, so we're not there yet, but we're getting there. There we go, 10,000. Now we can switch airports, but we're not going to switch airports yet. We're going to keep playing here for a little bit. That was the reason why I wanted to go to LHR. But the thing is, like, I can't just handle the planes that need to be like completed. You need to handle the other planes too, the ones that aren't completed yet. So that's where we have to like make sure we're making some progress on all these planes. And it's a lot easier to do this when you're playing every single day versus when you're just playing once a week. Once a week makes it real hard to get progress. These people here are all super patient. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I last played LHR, so kept their contract active. They let it they wait for me to handle, which is pretty cool. It's 3 degrees Celsius in the UK. Well, it's 12 Celsius in London. So that's a big difference, right? YouTube's much better than last week. Thank you for that, letting me know. Yo, Kronos, thank you for subscribing, man. It didn't show up on my list though. It's weird. Oh well. Thank you for that, man. Is the 752 class as an L plane since it's D-sized? I still consider it a medium plane, right? Are you guys making redemptions? Is that what you're asking? I haven't even looked at the redemptions. Euroland Airways, thank you for the contract. Mate takes days off to play games. That's a commitment, bro. It's like I'm either taking a day off so I can go on vacation, or I'm taking a day for myself. So even on Tuesday, I took a half day from work so I can play some Destiny 2 because they had a new expansion come out for Destiny 2. So that's another game that I like to play a lot. Even though not like right now it's not in a great state. A lot of people are not playing Destiny 2, but either way, I'm enjoying the new update, so I'm not gonna let what other people think about the game really like mess me up, you know? I keep enjoying the game that I enjoy playing. Check the map. Let's check the map. So what we got? We got planes arrivals and departures. So we got some departures that are getting there soon. Aviation Cal in 15 minutes to Prague. Meek Raven of Bronze Realm in 23 minutes. This one is hearted. Yep. Okay, good. This one's going to a random contract arrival to Bari in 31 minutes. If anybody wants to try to get it at Bari, 31 minutes. I need to find here a CRJ. OG pilot is trying to avoid buying HKG and get it through SCL. That's usually what I prefer to do, actually, man. That's my preference, and that's usually what I recommend to most people, that like use your gold plane. Unless you buy a lot of gold planes, which from what I can tell, some of you guys do, and most of you guys don't, though. So if you're not buying your gold planes, then you really should be using your gold planes on things you can't get for free. If you're buying your gold planes, then like, all right, yeah, go ahead and get that fast forward, get that speed, you know. But yeah, I'm the same way. I try to avoid buying airports now, because of like, how I would put it, I like to stream the new airport as soon as it comes out. So I was banking planes, which means like I'm holding planes in the air, not letting them land at SCL, so that way I can have all this XP ready to redeem as soon as the new airport comes out. But I stopped doing that. It was not fun for me. It stopped being fun because I just had too many planes waiting in the air, and it was just like too hard to like. One, I had to like pause the departure manager, right? Or not, I had to pause the delivery manager or turn them off, and then I had to also click through every single plane to see which one was not at 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10, which just ended up being too much of a hassle. So I stopped banking planes, and I decided, you know what, I'm streaming for you guys. Who cares if I'm spending like another 20 gold planes on unlocking an airport, when in the grand scheme of things, I can help you guys decide whether or not it's worth spending 20 gold planes or not. Because I know some of you guys have unlocked airports and you kind of regret it, you know. I mean, how many of you guys unlock Sydney using gold planes? RIP, guys. Sorry. I unlocked Sydney for free, but there's some of us who unlocked it using gold planes, right? And that's why I like to unlock the airport the day one, so I can help you guys make a choice or make a decision whether or not you want to get that airport. Be handling more cargo planes. Oops. And I like to make sure I'm handling cargo planes at LHR because there's not a lot of cargo stands here, right? So I don't know how many of these 43 planes. Yeah, look, there's a bunch of cargo planes waiting to land. So that's important, right? We got to make sure we get the cargo planes handled, because otherwise, like, who cares? Like, we got 43 planes, but if all 43 are cargo planes, they're never going to land if I don't handle these cargos. So, got to make sure to do that. I missed your second part of your question, OG Pilot said. Will HKG be on the exact next new level? Any idea? Also love your streams. I appreciate that, man. And we don't know when HKG will be unlocked. You know, at some airports, they've like when I think when oh, why am I blanking out? I think when LHR came out, they added like 2 or 3 more levels to St. Martin. And then, you know, when for example SCL came out, they only added 1 more level to GRU. So we don't know how many levels they're gonna add. That's ultimately what the answer is. I hope it's not too many, right? Because I want it to be achievable. Like, get it quick. That's what I did at GRU. I banked so many planes that, like, because I was like, oh, what if it's like 2 levels or 3 levels? So I banked so many planes, it was completely unnecessary. But hey, I was prepared. So I just stopped doing that because it just stopped being fun for me. Oh yeah, and are we going to do close the call sign competition when HKG gets released? So when HKG gets released, we're going to give it like 1 week after that release date, which is when we're going to end our SCL call sign competition. So if you guys don't know, we are currently hosting a call sign competition on the Phat Airlines Discord for your airplanes at SCL. So if we have 5 different categories. Actually, let me see if I can pull up Discord real quick. Discord. So if you go to Phat Airlines Discord, orbs are now on mobile. Interesting. If you go to Phat Airlines Discord, we have a channel here for the SCL call sign competition. If you look at the pinned comment, pinned comment here, you can see the information about the competition, right? So get the most creative, unique, or funny call signs starting with CC because it's for Santiago de Chile. And there's 5 different categories. You got the aviation category, you got the people category, you got the acronym category, you have the name or nature category, and you have a wild card. Pretty much everything else. So if you go into, you paste your pictures into this channel, you paste the full picture, nothing edited, and that's gonna help us. We're gonna have 5 different winners. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The winners of each of these categories will get VIP status in Discord. You're gonna get access to VIP chats and a VIP contract board. You're also able to start contract giveaways, and I'm working with the developers to send you some gold planes as well. I don't know how many gold planes. I'm leaving it up to the developers, but hey, free gold planes are free gold planes, right? The deadline when the next airport releases, the competition will close. So actually, we're gonna do 1 week after the next airport, so that way you can do your last minute, your last minute spending. And then what we're gonna do too, by the way, is with HKG, we're gonna have a call sign competition for HKG. But there's one more thing, and do I have it in here? I don't think I put it in here, huh? There's one more thing. One more thing. We will be giving away as well to the grand prize winner. Refresh this page. An airport map of SCL. So we have a partnership or a affiliate with Skybird, and Skybird makes these cool like airport maps. So as our grand prize winner, so there's 5 winners, right? For each of the 5 categories, we're gonna pick the best one out of those 5, and that's gonna be our grand prize winner. The grand prize winner is going to get an SCL airport map, and we'll ship. It's free shipping in the USA. I'll pay for shipping if you're outside the USA, if you want it. But depending upon how much shipping costs, But ultimately, I think it's a cool prize. You get to see, get the information about the airport, how it is in real life. Some information down below about the tower, ground, and some other stuff about the airport. So that's going to be for the grand prize winner. Thanks to Skybird for opening up that partnership with us. If you guys are looking for like a cool present or something, that's a cool thing you could do for somebody who's an aviation fan or something. And use code Phat Airlines. Phat Airlines will get you 10% off your first order. Can you give some tips to level up fast in BKK? I haven't really played BKK as a new player in a long time, so I'm just gonna default to my basic tips, right? I mean, in general, in World of Airports, when you're trying to level up fast, you need a good mix of player planes and non-player planes, right? Non-player planes is so you can get the XP for completing contracts, every single contract. Because when you're at tier 1, you have to handle the plane once, and then you get a reward. Then you upgrade the contract, you get to tier 2. So this plane, I've handled it all the way through tier 6, and now we're at tier 7. So the cool thing is, as you upgrade your non-player planes tier to higher levels, you get better rewards. but that's why you want to have a balance, because you can get some, like especially the lower levels, you can get some some immediate rewards for leveling up your airport. And then the player planes, all the player planes start at tier 10 automatically. So that means you're going to get the maximum reward and you're going to get the maximum XP and silver planes for that contract. The thing is that you have to handle a plane 10 times before you get a reward. So that's why you want to have a balance in the beginning. When you're at the later levels, you don't really need to worry about having a balance anymore. You could just handle, strictly player planes, or do whatever you want, really. If you have a lot of, tier 10 contracts already, then you can just keep those going, right? But in the beginning, you want to do that. If you're struggling to get like contracts, go buy some A stands, because now with the world airports, they introduced A stands, right? So the A stands are fairly cheap. I forget how much they are. I think they're like 2,000 wallers, and you can unlock that. The first time you unlock a stand, you get one more handling crew and one more contract capacity. So the reason why that's great for you is because that'll allow you to get more player contracts coming in, and more handling crew, because then if you're handling larger planes, you're going to need more handling crew. And that's another tip, right? You want to handle larger planes. It's tough in the beginning though, because in the beginning you don't have a lot of equipment, a lot of wallers. It might be even hard to buy like a large stand, right? But really what you want to do is you do want to buy extra stands. You want to get larger planes so you get more wallers and more XP and more silver planes. But yeah, that's just like the basic tips for like every airport. I really haven't played as a new BKK, so it's tough. Any plans to play Phat Airlines more frequently? Once my schedule like gets back to normal, that is what I want to do. I want to play that account more often again, but it's just been so tough with all the changes happening in my life lately. Like work is crazy. I'm closing down a business. It was like a big failure on my part. I'm trying to help be there for the family. It's just a lot. And then it's, of course, I play Phat Airlines. Maybe I should play Phat Airlines on my iPad mini, because I think the problem is I play Phat Airlines on my cell phone, on my iPhone, and I'm like using my iPhone to like text people, to like stay in contact with people. So maybe I need to use my iPad mini to play Phat Airlines, and that might be a way to kind of get playing that a lot more frequently. Because right now I have my iPad mini as also playing my main account, and I could probably play right now actually on my main account too. But yeah, I got the iPad mini for playing on my main account, but maybe I could use that for playing Phat Airlines. I'll think about that. Yo, Kronos, thank you for continuing your sub, man. I appreciate that. That's really cool. Do you even consider reduce the price of ground crew? 10 gold planes for one staff is insanely expensive. Well, for one, the way you asked that question, I just want to make it clear that I'm not a developer. I'm just another player of the game. So I don't have any say on the pricing of things in the game. I do also believe it's super expensive, but the way you got to think about it is when you're buying handling crew, right? These handling crew that you buy for gold planes are permanent. And then when you're adding more handling crew to your airport, you're actually making the game easier for you. You're making it easier for you. The game becomes so much easier because you can handle more planes at once. So what that means is you can get more XP, you can get more silver planes in the same amount of time. Because actually, let me check real quick. Let me check something real quick. Let me check something. Because if you have 600 handling crew at LHR, you can handle twice as many planes in the same amount of time, right? Now you will be limited by equipment, but I mean, look at how much equipment you can buy. I don't think there is a limit. Actually, there is a limit. It says 20 out of 90. So you can buy 90 planes. That means you could handle over 100 planes at once. So yeah, let me tell you what I have at my LHR on my main account. My main account is the Phat Rican. That's the account I play every single day. I play LHR, IAD, and BKK. I try to play those 3 airports daily. And then all the other airports I try to play at least once a week. But yeah, on my LHR, on my main account, I have 480 handling crew at LHR. And that's because I have 1,500 contracts. So I can't be spending too much time at a single airport, especially when I have 1,500 contracts, 1,500. I need to make sure that I am able to play other airports as well. I don't want to be stuck only playing LHR all day. So that's where handling crew becomes overpowered, because it helps you handle more planes in the same amount of time. What's up, Christian? When African airports getting added, the world airport developers are aware of that. Yeah, that it's the only airport or only continent without an airport. When it's getting added, we don't know. We only know what the next airport is going to be, and that is HKG, and that's not in Africa. For how long will you have access to the VIP chat and contract board? Probably forever. Probably forever. Yeah, it's not something I really thought about. Like, I thought maybe we expired it after like a year or something, but it's not something I'm probably going to go back in and update, to be honest. But it's true that Prague gets more contracts and more money. Well, if you compare it to Innsbruck and Bari, yeah, it is definitely true. You definitely get a lot more contracts, a lot more money at Prague than you do at Innsbruck or Bari. That's because you're handling larger planes. That's why you're gonna get more money, because the larger planes give you more money. I mean, look at here, right? You got a B463 that's giving me 255. You got a 752F, which is giving me 926, and then yeah, these are all my planes, right? No, that's not my plane. Hold on. But yeah, even if you look at my plane, this is 926, and then this one's giving me 5,000, right? So those are for my planes. Look at this, right? 1,700 for an A21NX, and then if we can find an A388, you get 12,000. So yeah, larger planes, more money. What's up, Red Concord? Thank you so much for 10 months at tier 2, bro. That's really appreciated. Thank you, Van. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing all right. Oh, I forgot to look at contracts. My bad, guys. We got Euroland Airways. I think I did that one already. And then we got Raptor. Guys, if you have a request here, you do have to go on Twitch and you have to do a redemption of your Phat coins. For these, like the MD-11, the 744, that you need to do a L plane contract, and for the 748, that needs an X plane contract. Otherwise, you can send it to my main account, which is the Phat Rican. If you don't know how to spell it, do !Phat in the chat, and my bot will spell it out for you. But yeah, go send it to the Phat Rican, and that is probably a better contract partner for most of you anyways, because that account I play LHR every single day, whereas this one I only play it maybe once a month, if that. So just something to keep in mind. When do we get the Christmas planes? On Christmas, usually? Usually on Christmas Day, yeah. Have you also noticed that the time at the airport changes when you exit the handling equipment tab? It could be daytime and I go look at it suddenly at nighttime. Oh. That's pretty interesting. No, I've never noticed that, but I'm not usually going into the equipment menu. Usually when I need new equipment, I'm waiting for it to like show up on the bottom here, right? And then it'll pop up, it'll appear saying you need more services, and I just buy it from there. I'm not usually going into the menu to buy it. But that's something I'm gonna take a look at now. Because Raptors noticed that too. Have I have any airports that I want to see in the game? Not really. Yeah, it doesn't really make I don't have any airports that I'm like passionate about that like I mean like I want to like advocate for. For me, it's just like I'm just happy to see whatever airports they come up with. I mean, like ultimately, like airports that are local to me would be cool, but like it doesn't even matter to me. Do I cancel requests that no one's bought a redemption for after some time? Sometimes I just leave it pending for days and days and days. Which also, I mean, when requests are pending for days, it also gets me questioning. Unfairly, I have to admit, it's not fair for me to question, but it's like when I see like, well, here's an example, right? Matsuki, right? Oh. I thought they had a contract pending for like multiple days here. I thought maybe when I logged in it said like 21 days. Now it says 38 minutes. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. When it says like 28 days, I'm like, huh? Is this person really just leaving their stand occupied for 28 days, or are they not playing? Not great, because like. We can also see here like who's been playing, who's not been playing, right? It's like right here you got Adam Cack. That's at 7 out of 10, so let's heart it. For 20 days. It's about the last time I played LHR 20 days ago. I think it was. Got Air China with my XP reward. Let's go. Got Mike with the almost finished contracts. We got Arya May at 130 days at 9 out of 10 too. So close. There's another one from Arya May. Blue Airlines at Leipzig for 130 days. Let's see, who else? Let's see. Who else are we calling out? Dolphins Airlines. But that's not bad. It's 20 days. That's the last time we played. But even though 20 days is a long time. I got a Wowipedia entry. Let's go. At Innsbruck for 147 days. Like, this is a contract that I probably should cancel. And I will cancel if I run into contract capacity issues. Here are a few more. Furious Brain and Gaming Boy. After we're done with Hammy, we're going to go back into handling planes. Cool. We'll go back into handling planes. Not too many to handle, so that's good. Look at all these. So one thing, by the way, that I've been doing... I've been doing this at CNN, for example, and I'm probably going to do this at HKG as well. And that is these my first fleet planes at my airport. I'm dedicating it to like a random arrival. So we put it into here. Do you know a specific player? You hit no, and we put it as a random arrival. I'm doing that because one, I want my name to appear for more of you guys when you're handling random contracts. I love it when you guys share with me on Discord, or if you tag me on social media, whatever. I love seeing that my planes are being handled by you guys. But also in the beginning levels, like when you first like are starting off in the airport, having these planes that are working its way through the tiers from tier 1 all the way to tier 10, it helps you get those levels, right? So for me, I do so many player contracts that it's actually really nice when I do get the my own plane that's like not on a regular tiered contract. So that's what we're gonna do here with these planes. Especially since we're not actively playing LHR anymore. We're pretty much only playing LHR like once a month or less frequently than that. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put these on random contracts. I'm not gonna send them to any players because it's not fair to any players who get it. And then hopefully you guys could get it as a random contract. Let's see what else we got. We got 149 available crew now, so let's get this special event plane handled. And now we got pretty much a bunch of player planes. Let's check to see any hearted planes. Yep, made to move with a finished contract. Nice. Aries Mike with a finished contract. Oh. Level 82. What do we got at 82? Oh, 5,000 silver planes. Let's go. Yo, this is setting us up for next week, right? Next week, we might be able to get 10 gold planes again next week. Except we're playing Innsbruck next week. Ugh. We're not going to get a lot of silver planes at Innsbruck. That's the bad part about Innsbruck. Ultra said, I thought you cared about handling time on the stream account. Yeah, I do care about handling time on the stream account too, right? Because like, what if we're only streaming for 3 hours, then we probably should buy more handling crew on this account too, so that way we can handle more planes at once instead of having just be limited by 300 or 308 handling crew. Yo, what's up, Christopher DeRosio Rosario? When should expect HKG to arrive? We don't have any new information on HKG's release date. All we know is it's expected before the end of the year, but that is always subject to change too. But we haven't heard of anything that's gonna like cause it to change. Right? There's nothing, no signs so far. I guess it's good news, but we really haven't seen like any promo on it on social media. That's one of the signs. Usually, World of Airports will typically promote the new airport on like social media right before the release of the airport. So once we start seeing like HKG post appear more frequently or appear at all, because they're not even appearing right now, but once we start to see those HKG posts start making an appearance on like Instagram and Facebook and on their social media, then I think we're getting close. Until we start seeing that, I'm not letting the hype get to me, because we still have to wait. We just have to wait. I don't know if today's going to be an LHR only day or not, because I want to make sure we handle all the planes. That's one of the things I want to make sure we do, is handle all the planes that are here, so that way we can make progress, right? Because we can't we can't level up our airport and we can't get more silver planes if we're not progressing through all the contracts. So we need to like make some progress on our contracts, and we have 65 planes left on the ground to handle, and 19 or actually 28 planes waiting to land still. So it is very possible we could play another airport today. It is possible because, right, as long as I handle these A380s like and these larger planes, I need to make sure I prioritize them, because I've been handling a lot of smaller planes too, but we have to make sure we handle these larger planes, because the larger planes take about like 18 minutes to handle in total. So actually, let me extend these timers again. We'll extend it by 20 minutes. That should give us enough time. And what I should have done at the beginning of stream, I should have bought, well, I could get the free one, yeah, but I should have bought the 1 hour handling crew. I don't know if we're gonna be here for another hour at this airport, but we'll see. Jacko says NGO is so hard for me since I struggle to get large planes and to get XP. Yeah, in the beginning it's always that way. I mean, there are a couple things. I don't know if you buy things, but like you might want to even consider getting like the Airbus or Boeing packs. I know it's $20, so not everybody can do it, but the cool thing is you get a 748 or you get an A388 that you can add immediately into your fleet without having to pay wallers. You don't have to unlock the plane, so you can buy this package and you can get that plane to use at any compatible airport. So if you already have like those an E stand, that might be something that can help you out. Another thing too is look at your premium passes. I don't know if you have premium passes unlocked, but like there on your premium pass you have airplanes like this CRJX here that says airplane CRJX, but it doesn't say only LHR. So you can redeem all of those planes by going into offers right here, and these are all the planes that I've had redeemed from the premium pass that could be used at all airports. And then you have this airplane right here that's only an LHR. So that's another thing you could do. It might be cheaper, or it could be a lot beneficial for you to like unlock the, let's say, Prague premium pass and get a couple of those planes from the Prague premium pass and redeem those planes in Nagoya to help you level up a little bit too. That's like more like a complex strategy because it depends on your situation and what you have available or not, but that, you know, something you could think about and consider. Change our camera angle. Yeah, look at Raptors playing. Memorial Literature. I haven't seen Memorial Literature's planes in a while on my main account. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy the handling crew. This is a temporary handling crew, but I'm just going to go ahead and buy it. Because you know what? What we got to do is we need to make sure we're handling these planes and getting them out of here. There's no way we're going to make progress if we're not handling them. Do we have a drop happening? Like that drop was delayed, huh? But look at how many planes we have. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised we even have planes landing. So, I have a few options here, right? Look at how backed up my airport is right now. And this is a problem. Because we've got like none of these planes, these are all taxiing planes, right? So like sometimes one of these planes could be taxiing to their gate, which could be causing a problem. But also a lot, like all these planes are waiting for departure, and what'll happen in the game is they depart automatically after what, like I think it's what, 5 minutes. So what we could do when the queue is this long, I just say it's best to restart the airport. Yeah, those planes are gonna take a while. Like they're not gonna depart from the airport instantly, but they weren't gonna depart from the airport instantly anyways. A lot of them were gonna take like 30 minutes to like wait before they would even get close to departures. So I think that's now, you know, if we go here, we got no airplanes waiting for departure, which is nice. And now all the planes that are landing or that were taxiing have to land again. But that's all right, because now all the planes that have to push back and depart are going to be able to do that almost instantly. So that is good. Got my random contracts. All right, let's go back to handling these planes. We need to handle the A388s. A388. And 748 too, yep. Every rich LHR player with a lot of planes experiences this. You're right, man. And sometimes I'm able to just be patient and let them all depart on their own. But when like you're in the middle of the grind, waiting is probably not the best thing. Now, those planes, you know, you're gonna see planes, more and more planes pop up on this radar over time. But yeah, they're not gonna be like gone for a little bit, but eventually they'll show up on the radar. So that's just normal. That's what is expected. Any more larger planes with longer timers? Ooh, look at this. Got a bunch of cargo planes. Let's go ahead. Cargo planes landed. Small plane. What am I doing? Get the cargo planes handled as well. So I want to get the largest planes and the cargo planes. Those are going to be my priority at this airport, at least. All right, we got a request sent to Mercurial Justice. Here's an A388. Ooh, 20 minutes. Do I have 20 minutes on my timer? I do not. Add another 10 minutes here. After that, we should be good, actually. So it looks like all the planes are scheduled to land except for my cargo planes. So that's actually pretty good. Because if we go into here, the only plane that's awaiting arrival on the passenger side of things is a E-170. So, and all of my cargo gates here are occupied. It says on the bottom left, stand is occupied, occupied, occupied. So we're just waiting for those planes to land. And really what I probably should do is heart those planes so that way it can land first. But we still don't have enough handling crew to handle all of them at once, so I'm just gonna be a little patient here and wait for that. Go ahead and get that one landed there. Christopher said, "Hey Fat, if you are doing email contract again, let me know if there's anything for Nagoya like an A388. You're never gonna see an A388 on the email contracts. If you want to get like an A388 from me, the best bet is to check out the Phat Airlines Discord. The reason why, the reason why you'll never see it on email contract an A388 is because an A388 is what, 465,000 wallers. Yeah, 465,000 wallers, and we have like 2,000 or over 2,000 people on the email list. And for every single email that we get, that we send out, I get approximately 100 email, like 100 contracts that I have to send out after that. So 465,000. Oh, and let alone if it's an A388, we'll probably get a lot more than 100 because more people would be interested than in like a small or medium plane or even a large plane. So yeah, if I had to send out 100 planes at 465,000 wallers for each plane, that would cost me almost 47 million, right? And I don't have 47 million in any airport. I know some of you guys have 47 million in your airports, but I'm not there yet. I think the most I have is like 28 million at my BKK. And usually when I have that much wallers, what I do is I end up doing like a Concorde giveaway or something. Wait, Tana said you are poor. A smiley face. What? I'm confused. I'm not sure what you were referencing here. Amy's playing now. Back to camera view. That was my departure queue. See, my departure queue is starting to build up already. Well, in this case, not rich enough. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I only got 47 million, man. I mean, I don't have 47 million. And then, I mean, another thing too is actually I've done this for some contracts where I had a lot more people requesting than I expected. So then I did have to end up buying wallers for gold planes. But that's 100 gold planes for only 1.2 million. So that would be like 100 gold planes for just 2 A388s. Like, at least when I'm doing a smaller plane, the 100 gold planes like gets me at least like 10 planes or something. So it makes it easier for me to like justify it. Ooh. I think Raptor said I think you should do a 744 giveaway since it's currently cheap to unlock and buy. Probably change for the next update. Well, I already have it unlocked. Or actually, do I have it unlocked on this account? I have it unlocked on my main account. I know that. And who knows when it'll actually change. But you're right. It's only 28 gold planes. It does make a lot of sense to unlock this airport. And maybe we'll do that next week. Is we'll kind of look through. We'll unlock, like, do maybe an unlocking stream. We'll just like unlock one new plane for each size. So like we're gonna unlock one new B plane, one new B passenger, and one B cargo. We'll do one of each size, not the Concorde, unfortunately for you guys. But yeah, we'll just like go through and like vote on different planes. Maybe one or two. I don't know. I have to figure it out. But we'll do some voting next week. That's actually not a bad idea. Hopefully next week's not too late, right? Because that could happen, right? If the World Airport if the update comes out this week, then and prices get updated, and you update your game, then you're gonna be left behind. You know, like you're gonna have to pay the new price once you update your game. Did you unlock the A388? Yes, on this account we unlocked the A388 pretty much right before they updated the graphics. I'm pretty sure a lot of our purchases on this account have been right before they increased the price. You know, just practicing what we preach, right? Where I tell you guys, hey, like the C-17 is going to get an update, and the C-17 is only 17 gold planes. So we're gonna go to cargo, and I think is it a D plane? It's only 17 gold planes. Compare that to like an MD-11 F, which is 44, or the 763F, which is 36. So this will probably be 34 gold planes after it gets a graphical rework. Now, yeah, you know, the engines aren't round. Yeah, you can't see the pilots in there. But once World of Airports gets this plane updated, you're going to get the updated version automatically. So I know the C-17 is also not everybody's favorite cargo plane, but it always has a place in my fleet. Yeah, next week we should be we're gonna be voting on a lot of things. A388 was updated a while ago, bro. Long time ago. Back when you actually played Ultra. I know you still play every once in a while. Sorry, I like to hate sometimes. It's all in fun. Is it Gen 2 still? What's up, Kronos? You're gonna send me C-17s to HKG? Yo, that's gonna be so cool, actually, right? Because BKK to HKG should be able to do some C-17s. Nagoya to HKG should probably be able to do some C-17s as well. I have so many C-17s at Nagoya that are going to like random contracts. That just got me hyped, bro. Thank you. Hammy said next week Voitano will love an Innsbruck stream. We are doing an Innsbruck stream for sure. We're gonna do begin the stream at Innsbruck. We're gonna look at how long it's been since we handled those contracts. I already have an idea of how long it's been, but we'll look at it next week for sure. It's 356 days, so we're gonna be at like what? Oh, we're gonna be beyond 365, huh? Actually, no. We're gonna be at 363 days. Let's go. 363 days. And I know the only reason Voitando didn't cancel it yet is because it is at 9 out of 10, right? It's like almost, it's pretty much at the end. If you do a long string, it'll be 364. We're gonna do that as the first thing on the stream. I was actually even thinking about doing Innsbruck today, but I was like, nah, I gotta wait till next week for the meme. You don't really play Muscat? Why not? Muscat's a cool airport, man. Now, I think that's where we're gonna go after we're done handling these planes here at LHR. So like in maybe like 20 minutes or so, because at Muscat I need to unlock more stands. So that's one of the cool things about LHR right now is I have all these stands, every single stand unlocked, right? So it makes landing planes before stream a lot. It makes it pretty easy because all the planes can be assigned. There's no rush to getting them in and out. The approach manager can just like just land them, right? There's no problem there. But when you only have like 10 stands unlocked out of all of them, landing planes in advance doesn't really do much of an impact. But when you're landing planes in advance in a full LHR like this one, man, we've been handling planes constantly, non-stop this entire stream, right? And I mean, we're knocking them out. We started with 193 on the ground, and I forget how many were waiting. I think it was like almost 100 waiting. But now we're down to 77 planes on the ground and only 11 waiting. So we're making a really good progress. and that's all because we landed the planes ahead of time, which is one of the things like I do want to recommend to people. You know, if you're able to. Oh, Ultra, do you still want this contract to your Innsbruck, or should I like send this to a random contract or something? But yeah, that's one thing I want to recommend to people is like if you have silver planes, and you don't really need a lot either. All you gotta do is go in here, turn on your tower managers, lowest speed for 10 minutes. Turn them all for 10 minutes. Or if you really want to be cheap, you can just do your approach manager and your delivery manager for 10 minutes. And then extend your approach manager to like 30 minutes or to an hour. That way you could check whenever you check back in, you can see, you know, how many planes do you have left to land and how many stands do you still have available. Really helps out so much. And that's what I've been doing even at work. Like I have to work in the office 3 days a week. So I did get a privacy screen for my iPad, which has been fantastic. Flamingo, are you still here? How do you like that? Did you get the privacy screen yet? I know it was delayed for shipping, but man, that privacy screen, solid. Because now I can have all the tower managers on, and I can have all the planes be landed on their own. And I don't have to actually play the game, but the game is on. And now when I get back home, we have a bunch of planes waiting for me to like begin handling. Just like you saw in the beginning of this stream, you saw a bunch of planes waiting to be handled. That's what it happens for me. Muscat has a major bug. Ground doesn't allow e-passengers to cross over from stands 1 through 8. You have to manually do it. I've never seen that. And I play Muscat. What's your favorite airport in WOA as of 3.3? Which is my favorite airport to play, right? So like, I mean, I got favorites for different things, right? So that's why I'm thinking about it, because like LHR is my favorite for contracts. BKK is fantastic. The main problem I have with BKK is that I don't have too many active contracts there. So that could be a me problem, but I think that's also going to be fixed once HKG comes out. BKK is going to get a lot more action. SCL I'm enjoying, but I'm really not playing it too much. Let me think. What is my favorite airport? Probably LHR. I can go back to LHR. I play LHR every single day, and I don't really get bored of it. Yeah, you know, I have to. The most negative part about LHR is that you have to I have to get these planes landed before I actually play the airport. But because I have a solution for that by loading the tower managers while I'm sleeping or loading the tower managers while I'm working, it really makes this airport really enjoyable. Because like even right now on stream, right, I'm able to constantly handle planes for an hour and a half now, right? Or an hour 10 minutes, let's say. I've been constantly handling planes for 10 minutes. I constantly have max handling crew in use. Like the only time I'm stopping to take a break is because we're maxed out on handling crew. So LHR is fantastic for that, and I do like LHR for that reason. Do I have everything unlocked at LHR? I don't. There are like some stands here that I have not fully upgraded. I'm trying to do that as I notice it, but you can't purchase upgrades while the stand is occupied, and which I think is silly. I wish we were able to upgrade these stands even while it was occupied. Like, what does it make a difference if I update it to add a bigger size? It shouldn't matter. But yeah, that's what the game is right now. So, but I have all the stands unlocked. I have all the terminals unlocked. I just don't have all the sizes unlocked on each stand. But we're almost there, actually. So we're not too far. We got more cargo planes waiting for landing. Like I said earlier, the cargo planes at LHR really need to take a priority, because they're the ones that are well, now we only have 6 planes landing. So we have this one cargo, and one cargo, 2 cargo, and then 2 passengers. And this one's actually a completed contract almost. So let's go ahead and land that one too. All right, that's great. That's great. Over here. Yo, what's up, New Indonesian Kingdom? Where is my A300 at Muscat right now? What? What's your username, bro? Alright, we got the cargo plane waiting for handling. Cargo gets priority today. Almost every day, actually. I do 2 handling crew, I can't. Do 2 on this guy, I can. Does anyone know how to join Phat Discord? I'm new to Discord. Just I mean, you gotta join, click the link and join the server, and then accept the rules, and then make a post. You have a plan to buy the 777 LF? I mean, it's nice to have cargo planes. Cargo planes make you more wallers. Sorry, no. Cargo planes give you more XP than the same passenger variant, right? So if you have a 752 and you have a 752F, the 752F is going to make you more XP than that 752 passenger version to the same destination. So that's a pretty cool benefit from cargo planes. Plus, you have, in every airport you have other stands. Like over here we have these cargo stands, so like if there could be times where you just don't have those stands in use, so it could be nice to also have some cargo planes to buy, so you can make sure those stands are in use. That's the way I look at it. Like that's when I buy, like for example, like at CNN, you know, I bought some cargo planes there because I started like those cargo stands started being empty while I was still waiting for a bunch of passenger planes to land. You know, over here at LHR, I'm having the opposite problem, right? Where I have my cargo stands are full while I still have a bunch of passenger planes empty. So I would buy more passenger planes here. But in some other airports, I'm still waiting for passenger planes to land, and my cargo sections are empty. So that means I need to buy more cargo planes. And having some unlocked, I mean, makes it so you can just buy it yourself. You don't have to wait for a contract to come in, or you don't have to wait for a random roll to come in. So you can do it all on your own. Educate said they do get more XP, but the thing I don't like is the range. Passenger have more. A 748 from SEL can go to LHR where a 748F can't. Yeah, that's because we can configure a passenger plane, but we can't configure a cargo plane, right? So with the passenger plane, you can change the number of first class, business class, and event. Like as a result, it changes economy as well. So you can change those. But you don't have any options to change anything on a cargo plane. Now, in one of the previous asset developers, the World of Airport developers did mention that cargo planes were going to eventually get a rework. And I'm hoping that includes some kind of configuration option because, like you said, I would like to be able to send my cargo planes to more playable airports. Even if it means I have to send it with a little bit less cargo. I am expecting a cargo revamp. Yeah, but we don't know when that's coming either. I mean, we're still expecting alliances, right? And that has been teased for like 3-4 years now. So... And then I also have to think about it. I think about it this way too. It's like the developers, they're also like they're aviation fans as well. So they add a lot of aviation features into the game, which doesn't really necessarily like align with what I want. What I want to see. I want to see more game elements into the game, but they do a balance. But they seem to do a lot more of the aviation stuff more faster. But it could be different. Like there also could be different developer teams. Welcome back, Mates a Move. Alliances need to be gamified 100%. Yep. So I mean, they did promise a lot of features with the alliances too, right? Like challenges, a message board, a chat board, or something. Well, I guess we'll have to see. Alright, Kronos, you sent me a DM? Okay. I don't really check my DMs during stream. But I'll take a look afterwards. I don't even know what I'm doing today. After stream. In Indonesian, you have planned to buy a 753 only? Interesting. Why 753? Educate said, what airport should I play? You should play the last airport you have unlocked. Like a... .753 is a solid short range D, but like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the D planes. Wow, look at this queue. Line up this guy. Things are starting to get backed up over here. You wanted to get the E290 or the E295, instead you got the F100. interesting. I haven't used too much of the F100. How are you guys enjoying the F100s? I have not used it too much. Usually when I try these new airplanes is when I like do a giveaway or like an email contract. So maybe I do an F100 on an email contract so I can use a lot more of them. Maybe I should do that. But then again, I don't want to do it on an airport that I barely play too. So I always feel bad when I'm doing like a giveaway on an airport that I play like once a week. Because like some people want to like level up their airports, right? They don't want just like a once a week gamer. And then not all of these planes can make it from like LHR, IAD, or BKK to like some of the major airports or some of the playable airports. Like F100, if I send it from BKK, it can only go to like one airport, right? And that's like Muscat, I think, or CNN maybe. Maybe I don't lock it down to one single airport. Maybe I could do that instead, actually. Always thinking of solutions. How long must I wait to can submit on Discord? You just have to accept the rules, bro. Gotta accept the rules, and then people, you should be able to post. Kronos, you reach level 55 in 20 days with a regular handler in IAD with 40 F70s and 20 F100s at St. Martin. Nice. That's actually pretty solid levels you got there. Line up this guy. All right, we're pretty much done here at LHR. What airport did I say we were gonna play next? Muscat? I think we're gonna go to Muscat so I can unlock more stands, so that way I can better prepare the airport and go from there. Darius, you're gonna unlock Prague very soon. Nice. That's exciting, right? Taxiing to runway. That's almost complete. Now look at that. An hour and a half and we handled like 200 planes. That's incredible. Normally would not be possible. Would not be possible during a normal 1 hour and a half. That's why I love landing planes ahead of time. Did agree, but it's not letting me submit. That's weird. Alright, let's see what planes we got handled. This is being handled 51 seconds. These are pending contracts. One's done handling, nice. Is this one yellow? Pushback, nice, okay. All right, we're gonna give it 3 minutes. Let's see actually what planes are coming in. Anything coming in? Oh, we got my airplane coming back from Bari in 2 minutes. We got my random contracts coming back from Leipzig. We got this one coming back from Innsbruck. From who? Oh, from nobody. Another random contract. That's why I like random contracts, because like those planes will come back whether or not the other player is playing, right? Because there's no other player, and like people can still get your plane as a random arrival, but whether like they don't need to handle it, you still get your plane back. So I think that's cool. Off. There should be one more. Yeah, pushback over here, pushback right there, and we're waiting on this plane. Nope. 2 minutes. I'm not waiting 2 minutes. Sorry, Meek Raven of Bronze Realm. We're going to switch now to Muscat Airport. Muscat Airport is like another airport we unlocked. We unlocked it by leveling up San Diego. So now what we need to do, I have 130,000 wallers at this airport. What I need to do is I need to unlock more stands. Because if we look at this 2D map here and we zoom in, like there's a lot of stands that we don't have unlocked. Like we're missing this one right here, 502, 503 for the larger planes, you know, 504 or 404, 405 for the larger planes. But each of those F planes are going to be 40,000. That's a lot of wallers. So first things first, let me check on my cargo stands here. They're occupied, so let's make sure we're handling, those are being handled. And this one, cargo at Muscat is very, very limited. And then what else I'm looking at in this list here is how many F planes do I have that are passenger planes? Do I need to unlock more F stands, or am I okay with just unlocking E stands? And so far it looks like we should be okay with unlocking just E stands. There are a couple of F planes, but we do already have some F stands. This is an F stand. That's not. This is an F stand. That's an F stand. This is an F stand. So I think we can do all right just by unlocking E, because we definitely need more E stands. And I don't know if you guys remember last time I played Muscat, but I purposefully unlocked a lot of the stands on this side of the runway. That way we could get planes landing and departing from this runway this runway over here. So we got that. We just unlocked like 2 more stands there, so that will allow me to land a few more planes. So we're gonna do a 30-minute timer here, and we'll start handling here. And then I'm thinking about starting the ground manager in just a few minutes, maybe, once it's necessary. All these conquests from Flamingo. Thank you, Flamingo. Conquered from Hammy. Nice. Right, let's get into our camera view, actually. And we gotta approve these planes for landing. So I did have an A388, right? But that one we don't have an F stand for available right now. I don't have 40,000 to unlock another one, so we're just gonna kind of hold off on that. I want to land some FE planes. Do we have any hearted E planes? We do. So this one's already scheduled to stand, so we can just go ahead and pick a different stand for it anyways. And then we'll land this one as well. Those are my hearted planes. These are non-hearted planes. Oh, this one's from Dolphin Airlines at CNN. So let me see if we can I don't want it to go to stand 404 or 405, because those are my E stands. Typically what I probably should do is I should go in here and disable A, B, and C on those stands, so that way I don't accidentally assign them to those stands. Because there's so many A, B, and C stands everywhere else in this airport that, like, if I really needed the extra room, then I got a different problem on my hands. That means I have too many B and C planes, which is not a problem right now. Maybe in the future it could be. Redeem 100 gold planes and get a few stands. I could do that, yeah. I could. Did I? New Indonesian Kingdom. I don't know what your username is, bro. You're over here asking me like where your plane is, and I don't even know your username. Can I give you tips for Bari? You're level 10. So at Bari, you want to get the E stand in the middle of the airport. You want to get those as soon as you can. That way you can start handling some E planes. Now at level 10, it might be a little tough for you to unlock that E stand because you're not going to get a lot of wallers. But excuse me. Unlocking those E stands is going to help you make more wallers, right? Because the larger planes get you more money. Now also at level 10, you're not going to normally get an E contract. So you're going to have to like join like the Phat Airlines Discord or the World of Airports Discord or any of the other areas like that where you can find contracts, and find somebody who can send you an E plane to your airport. Once you do that, that's going to help you with like leveling up and getting more wallers, because handling one of those like E planes, like I mean, look over here. We have I should have some planes. I have some planes over here waiting for landing, right? So we have this 77W E plane. It's going to make me 2,000 wallers, right? We have where's another E plane? A333 E plane, 1,400 wallers. You compare that to a 738 or a B38M, which is going to make you half of that, right? So getting those stands really help you with leveling up, but I know it's a little tough because it's not something you can just get like instantly, you know. Oh, and add more handling crew. We're buying more handling crew, temporary handling crew. That way we can handle more planes at once, which should let us also get, in the long run, get more silver planes. Bless your family. Thank you. Yeah, should I invest in permanent crew at LHR or Muscat? I think it makes more sense for me to do it at Muscat right now, because Muscat we're still leveling up, whereas like LHR, we're kind of just like we're not max level, but we're just kind of like getting through the levels, you know. We're just playing there for extra silver planes. I don't know. But maybe we pull that next week as well, because I want to unlock more planes next week. Maybe we pull getting more handling crew, and which airport we should get more handling crew at. We run out of cleaning. 10 out of 10. Wow. QJ recommends extra permanent crew at Leipzig. That is right. Leipzig really doesn't have enough crew, even with the premium pass, to like handle everything. So you do really benefit a lot from getting the extra handling crew at airport. This plane. We have an A225 that also needs to land, but we have to wait for this stand to open up, so 10 minutes it'll land. Stream Beta HKG. So I don't pitch. How do I word this? When it comes to streaming betas, it's not my choice, it's the developer's choice. For two reasons. One, they're the ones who give me access. And two, even if they give me access, I'm not going to stream anything without their permission. So, the same thing too is like, I also won't really tell anybody that I'm beta testing unless they give me permission to tell. I just, I want to keep the relationship solid where they can keep opening up, me to do more streams. And by me making sure that I'm doing everything by the book, even if it's like not like contractual or anything, but by making sure I'm not leaking any information, I'm not sharing anything without their permission, it's good to go. We're good to go. Now, for anything that's released, all of that is like nothing requires their permission, right? All of that is just me making my own opinions and sharing it online. When it comes to betas and stuff like that, I always wait for their permission. I mean, me and the developers, like, we have a good communication line, right? And if there is a problem, we know how we can address it with each other, no problem. No problems. No beta right now. But even if I did have beta, it'd be hard for me to tell you if I did or not. Or did not. Probably just wouldn't answer, I think, because I don't want to lie either, you know. Keep handling the medium planes when I need to be handling these Concords, these E planes. I need to stop handling the smaller planes and handle these Concords, because I have 49 planes waiting to land, and a lot of them are D and E planes. Got some cargo planes, but a lot of them are D and E planes. There's a couple C's actually too. But still, a lot of E and D planes, and if I don't handle these planes, we're going to spend a lot of time in here. A lot of time that we don't need to spend in here. Yeah, it would cause trust issues, Ultra, exactly. You know, I just want to make sure that everything's cool. Now, like I said, when it comes to like the stuff that's already released, that's all like none of that gets any of their approval. That's all just me. Once it's released, it's public, and I make my stuff. We have no more hearted planes. Plane. Okay, here's an A388 and a stand. Another A388. Right. Would you consider converting the 1500 silver planes to 1 gold plane, since you do not play the account during the week anyways? No, I don't think that's a good idea right now. Unless there was something I needed to like buy, but the reason why I don't think it's a good idea is because I don't even know if next week, like, so next week we're going to be playing Innsbruck, right? But like, I don't know what the other airport, we'll probably play Innsbruck and Prague, because we played LHR and Muscat today. So we're going to play Innsbruck, either Prague or Sydney. But we played Sydney last week, so we'll probably play Prague afterwards. And Innsbruck, I mean, we'll make some silver planes because we got at least one contract that's complete, right? But we're not going to make 2,000 silver planes at Innsbruck for sure. And then at Prague, we are starting to finish some contracts at Prague. So if I spent 1,500 today, that would mean that I need to earn what, like 3,500 next week, which I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen. And then, you know, the following week after that, I need to still make another 10,000. The only reason we're so close right now is because we reached the new level at LHR. We reached the next level at LHR, which then gave us 5,000 silver planes. So that really boosted us a lot higher than we would have been normally. the CNN plane. This is an F stand, so we need to make sure we get an F plane on this stand. Go with F planes. Okay, so we could do a E plane. Gary, I said, is this your free-to-play account or only stream? This is a stream-only account. It's on the title. I think it is. Yeah, playing Phat Empire at LHR. Okay, so it doesn't say stream-only account. So maybe I need to rework that. But I have 3 accounts, right? The Phat Rican is my main account. Then we have Phat Airlines, which is my free-to-play account. And then we have Phat Empire, which is my stream-only account. I do like having a stream only account because one, it gives me an idea of like how casual play can like really make the game extended in a way that like isn't necessarily it doesn't have to be that way. If you play for 30 minutes every single day, you're gonna make a lot more progress than you do like for playing for 3 hours one day a week. Needs to land. It's at 3 out of 4. You got any tips to get more wallers? Dino Squad asked. So for wallers, bigger planes, right? Bigger planes equals more wallers, but also planes in your fleet. So one of the things you like, the best way, well, one of the easiest ways to get more planes in your fleet is by buying the premium passes, right? So like this DH-8D airplane that you can only redeem at Muscat is going to make you about twice as much as a DH-8D that's not in your fleet. And then that makes a bigger difference as you start getting like the larger planes. You know, like an E190 is still going to make you like double. But like an A380-8 is going to make you, which is you get like at a very later level at some of the airports. But an A380-8, that's going to make you like 12,000 wallers at your airports. So fleet planes is the ultimate way to get more wallers at your airport. Otherwise, you just want to handle the largest plane size you can, because that's going to give you more wallers as well. You know, if you can handle more C planes instead of B planes, do that. But you also want to make sure you're keeping your handling crew limits in mind and your equipment limits in mind. What's up, Rick Rashid? Welcome. I am tired. Order salute. Oh, you're welcome, Dino. Thanks for asking the question, man. "37 seconds on this guy. Then the A225s can start landing. When is Hong Kong coming out? We don't know. I mean, all we know is fourth quarter, right? And that is currently ongoing. Fourth quarter is currently ongoing. So we really don't know when in the fourth quarter to expect it. We're hoping it's soon, you know? Really. The only person who knows is Kuba. And he probably doesn't even know. I would say though, once you start seeing posts on social media, like hyping up the new airport, that's when you know we're really close. Until we start seeing those posts, I would say we're not too close. We got a little bit of time is what I'm trying to say. When do I think the update will come out? I mean, like, if we had to like place bets, essentially, I would probably say like December 21st or something like that. You know, in the past when they've committed to Q4 updates, we've had an update on like Christmas Eve, which is December 24th. We had an update come out before on like I think a few days after Christmas, but I think that was like more of a minor update fix. Yeah, I mean, and then we did have a winter update like way before Christmas too. So I'm thinking it would be kind of close because like right now we still haven't seen too many like teasers about Hong Kong. I mean, they did add a few things in the dev blog with some pictures and stuff, but still not enough to like say that it's fully working. You know, it's fully built out and Rick Rashid says December 30th. Boitana says 24th. Do you think CNN gets extra levels? No. I don't. World airports, they forget or they don't want to. I don't know. I don't know what's the case, but I do not expect any extra added levels anymore when it comes to these updates. I wish we could get extra levels in every single airport with every single update. That would be fantastic for gameplay, replayability, especially since we really only get like one update a month. You know, like including bug fixes and stuff, we only get like one update a month. So having some extra levels with every single update would be like pretty awesome. Because then it would give us all a reason to keep playing. Well, not all of us, but it would give a lot of us reasons to keep going back and playing some of the airports that we don't play anymore. Because there's some more levels to unlock and there's some more rewards that we can get as well. So, yeah. New players would join and say, why does this airport have 200 levels? Is that such a bad thing? Is that such a bad thing? I don't see why that's a bad thing. Because for me, right, I go and play RuneScape, and RuneScape has 120 levels. You know, I think there's a lot of, you know, you play Destiny 2, and you got like 550 levels. Oh, granted, now you don't get all 550. You get from 300 to 550, so you get 250 levels. Right? I mean, it just seems like more content is the way I would look at it. But I guess people might get overwhelmed, right? Ultra said, I don't know. I would probably think I'm never finishing this. I mean, if you're brand new and each level, like the first few levels, are only like 1 XP. You're like, dude, I'm gonna blow through this. That's your first thought. Actually, it's actually gonna happen. You're gonna be like, this is gonna be so easy. I'm gonna get to 200, level 200 in no time. But yeah, I don't even mind the new formula that they have after level 81. You know, where you get like, where you need like thousands of XP for the level. Multiple thousands. Because eventually you just get it. And as long, I mean, yeah. The good thing is though, like you don't need those massive levels for unlocking airports. So, or unlocking anything of key to the game. Kronos, you got the C-17s for HKG. Nice. Yeah, when we unlock HKG on my main account, what we're gonna do is we're going to first play it for a little bit normally, and by normally I mean like not spending gold planes to buy wallers. So we're gonna play it normally for a little bit, and then after playing it for like a couple of levels normally, then we'll use some gold planes to buy a bunch of stands and just start, you know, massively accepting contracts and playing the game. Would they think all of it takes 1 XP though? Nah, because they're gonna finish level 0, get that 1 XP, then they're gonna see 2 XP, then they're gonna see 4, and then they're gonna see, you know, so on and so forth. But nobody expects level 70 to cost you 1,000, you know? How do you get gold and silver eagles? They're called, I think they're gold and silver planes. So silver planes you can only get by completing contracts. That's how you get silver planes. And then you get gold planes by buying them. You can buy them for real money. You can also trade in 10,000 silver planes for 10 gold planes. That's really the only one you should be doing until you're a lot more seasoned and have a lot more silver planes in your bank. Once you have a lot more silver planes, then you can start purchasing the 1. But even though I have enough money for the 1, I'm holding off because I want to save up for the 10. The 10 is just a better exchange rate. Like once you start building up many silver planes, it becomes really easy to like trade them in every single day and every week. In the end, you'd have 1,000,000 XP for like level 100, which is just stupid. I mean, do you really need to reach max level? And it may be stupid to you, but for some people, that's an achievement. Right? It's a challenge. Something that not everybody can achieve. Not everybody needs to achieve it. Is the premium pass of St. Martin worth to buy it? So I think every single premium pass is worth to buy it. St. Martin is like definitely high up on the list of something of an airport that is worth to buy though. St. Martin I think is what, like 30 gold planes, and you get extra handling crew, right? So if you wanted just 5 extra handling crew, that would cost you 45 gold planes. So just based on that alone, you get it. But at St. Martin, you really need extra handling crew because once you start handling the larger planes, you're gonna have way too many planes on the ground and not enough crew to handle all of them at once. Especially once you fill up all those stands with the larger planes. So yeah, get the handling crew, and then also, you know, getting the extra planes from the pass are nice, but also getting the extra contract capacity is very nice. There's not a lot of contract capacity at St. Martin unless you start buying it, you know, with silver planes or gold planes, or get it from the premium pass. So getting that extra contract capacity also helps, because what's the point of having more handling crew and being able to handle more planes if you don't have more contracts? So yeah, there's so many reasons why the St. Martin Premium Pass is worth it. But I went to like level 20 or 30 without the Premium Pass, and man, it was a struggle. But once I got the Premium Pass, it was still a struggle, but it was a lot easier. Is St. Martin good? I mean, what do you define as a good airport? Right? That's the question. What do you define good in an airport? You know, some people love the aesthetics of it. They love the way it looks. It is a really cool looking airport, right? It's over the water. It's a nice fun landing mini game. It's got some good airplane spotting cameras. How do you level up airports fast? So what I like to do is I like to do player contracts, but in the beginning of an airport, I like to mix player contracts with non-player contracts, so that way I can get the rewards. So like these planes right here are non-player contracts, right? So you see how this contract's at 3 out of 4? We're at tier 4 on this contract. Once we finish handling this plane on time, we're going to upgrade to tier 5, which then gives us bigger and better rewards. But the player contracts, whether it's your own plane or someone else's plane coming to you, they start off at tier 10 automatically, so you get the best rewards. So that's really good because you don't have to worry about handling the plane like 45 times to upgrade it all the way up to tier 10 to get the maximum reward. But the bad part about it is that you have to handle the plane 10 times, and you have to handle it with another player for 10 times. So both you and that other player have to be active and playing. I would, hopefully once a day, or sometimes you could do it more frequently, right? Depending upon how close the airports are. But that's that's the number one way to get XP. Cargo planes. Cargo planes will give you more XP as well. So that'll help. Larger planes give you more XP. So the larger the plane that you can handle, the better. If you're handling only B planes, you're not going to make too much XP on those planes. That's another reason why St. Martin is such a hard airport to play, because it is there's a lot of B and C planes that go there, and you don't have a lot of room to handle D, E, or F planes. $45 gold planes for 5 crew is a ripoff. Sure. I think it has to be a high price because it does make the game easier. You're paying for a cheat code. That's what you're doing. If you buy 5 more handling crew, you can handle 1 more plane at the same time. Riza said how to download WOA on PC. There's no officially supported way to play World at Airports on PC. You have to so what some people do is they download like an Android emulator. I think the most popular one is called BlueStacks. I don't recommend it because World at Airports doesn't support it. And on top of that, every once in a while when World at Airports releases an update, there can be issues because they don't develop for BlueStacks or for PC. They develop for mobile, for your phone. So there are certain things that don't work 100% of the time when you're playing on an emulator. For me, I'm playing on an iPad, so you're not seeing me play on PC. I'm playing on an iPad, which is then connected to my PC, which is through a capture card, so that way you could see it on stream. I'm not playing on PC. And Mike also said that you can play it on your Mac as long as it has like the M1 chip or higher. So Macs have this native ability to play iPhone and iPad apps and games without using an emulator. So that works natively on Apple MacBooks, Mac Minis, things like that. You can't really grind gold airplanes in this game. I mean, the way you could grind gold airplanes is to go get a job and use some real money. That's how you can grind some gold airplanes. But to grind silver airplanes, my favorite way to do it is with player contracts. But there's a lot of different ways that people play. Like some people will do only non-player contracts or non-player destinations, and they just keep playing the game over and over again. But really, the larger the plane is, the more silver planes you're going to get. I think silver planes are also influenced. Wait, silver planes are. Hold on, let me double check this. Okay, so silver planes, you get more silver planes for a longer distance route. So if you have if it's a plane that's in your fleet, the longer it's the farther out it's going, the more silver planes you're going to earn. Or if you're receiving a plane from somebody, the longer distance it is, the more silver planes you earn. XP is all about the plane model. LD Player is another emulator. Thank you, Kronos. What's the best airport to aim for? Like Waller, silver planes, gold airplanes? So again, you can't really grind for gold airplanes. You're grinding for silver airplanes, all right? You're grinding for silver airplanes. You're not really grinding for gold airplanes because there's not a grind for gold airplanes. There's a limited amount of gold airplanes you can earn every week. You can only earn 17 gold planes per week, and that's if you log in perfectly every 24 hours and once every week perfectly. So realistically, you're going to get less than 17 gold planes every week, and that's not that's not a grind because there's a cap. Now, when you're grinding silver planes, that's again, based on the routes. So any airport that you can have larger planes, larger planes that you can handle, because the larger planes, they can go longer distance. So IAD is a good one. I wouldn't pay to unlock IAD. You should look at my video that talks about which airports you should unlock, because that video, I go through a lot of the same stuff that about why you should unlock different airports, including your fleet. LHR, great airport, for large and small planes. Muscat, you see here, we're handling a ton of DE and E, DE and F planes. DKK is a good one. SCL is a decent one. GRU is all right. But yeah, I would take a look at that video on which airport should I unlock. Look at that video, because that video is going to give you a better idea on what I recommend and why I recommend it. Risa wants some planes to Prague. Nice. What's up, Kamikaze? Nice to see you. Is JFK on this as a destination? Yes, not playable. Thank you, Ultra, for responding. What's up, David Elio? Your account has a bug. Every time you get 140 gold planes, you lose 100 planes. You lost 200 already? Oh my gosh. Have you done a refund on the Airbus package or something? That's the only thing I can think of, because it says here, if you refund your Boeing pack or Airbus pack, you will keep the airplanes, but they will deduct 100 golden airplanes from your account. So maybe that's what's happening, David Elio. That's the only thing that I could think of where 100 gold planes gets reduced from your account. Because it explicitly says 100 gold planes will be reduced, right? Otherwise, definitely email the devs and so that way they could take a look, because that's not okay. That's not okay if it's not because of that refund reason. If it's because of the refund reason, then that makes sense. Because it's Gita got ignored. Sorry, man. Ultra said would be too close to Washington. Oh, why is it not? Well, here's the thing, right? So there's not a lot of playable airports in the game, and that's why World of Airports introduced this thing called generic airports, so that way they can introduce more airports into the game that aren't essentially fully fledged and fully built out. But we might see more airports coming in the game, but why one particular airport's not in the game? The answer is there's not enough developers for that. There's not enough people to make that. It takes time, and they got a roadmap. They're working right now on like different parts of the world, right? So they did a bunch of South American airports. I know somebody mentioned earlier they're missing an African airport, so we're expecting to see that sometime soon. But they just keep working around the world, so that way they get different destinations. Also, when airports are too close to each other, they try to avoid doing that too. Now, I don't think JFK and IAD are too close, like Ultra said. Which I do understand why Ultra said it, because they are kind of close together. But I think that's far enough that it could work, because that is a I know Newark to IAD, EWR to IAD is a legitimate flight that happens. That's actually a flight I took. So that is doable. David Elliott said no refund. Interesting. You play daily, you need 2 planes to fill your contract capacity. You should join the Phat Airlines Discord and make a post on our contract board, because every time I have planes that are ready to go to somebody or go to a certain airport, I check the Phat Airlines Discord. I don't send contracts during streams because I think it's kind of boring. If when I used to play on my main account, right? Because I'm not sending contracts on my stream only account. You have to kind of purchase them. It's free, but you have to use your fat coins on Twitch in order to purchase them. But 2, I think it's kind of boring when people have to watch me type in, 1, configure the plane, type in your name, and then we have to wait for you to accept the plane. So I much rather I do all those contract sending off stream. You've been emailing them, waiting for a patient response, or waiting for a response. I'm patient. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people will be super upset though. So, I mean, I would be concerned too. But I got what 1,700 gold planes. That's kind of weird though. Sure, I can go to LHR before signing off. Rick Rashid said we need a Canadian airport. Sure. Will you send me the planes, or no? You could just try 1 plane. If you're happy with my handling, you can send more. So like I said, you want to join the Phat Airlines Discord. I don't send contracts on demand like that. Even you got to think about what it takes to like buy a plane and to send a contract, right? So you have to buy a plane, which in some of my airports I don't have a ton of money, a ton of wallers, right? So that is struggle number 1. Struggle number 2 is then I have to get that plane landed and configured, right? So now I have to get that plane on the ground, configure it so that we can go to a specific airport that you're playing. I think in your case, Prague, right? And then problem number 3 is then I have to wait for you to accept the contract, which could be instant. I mean, you play daily, so I wouldn't have to wait more than a day. But that is a problem, because now that plane occupies that stand all the way until you accept the plane, which could be instant or it could be weeks, right? You never know. So that's why I don't do contracts on stream, because then everybody will start asking for contracts. Your best bet is to join the Phat Airlines Discord. I'll show you. Join the Phat Airlines Discord. We have over here our World Contract section. Make a post on the contract board. Hit the plus button here. Make a title. Say I play Prague daily. Please send me D and E planes. Put in your username Phat Rican. Add a tag, because you play Prague, you're gonna put a Prague tag and then make the post. Because what I do is when I'm looking to send planes, I go in here, I sometimes filter by the tags, or I look in here. I mean, look at Happy, man. Happy with 1,400 comments in his thread. He's been active. We got Fleeting Negligence, you know. And over here, I can click on this, and you can see he plays Muscat, IAD, SEL, Bari, Leipzig. So essentially, I know I can send Fleeting Negligence a plane to any of those airports, and he'll accept them, most likely. Yeah, that's what I would recommend, because I don't send airplanes every single day. I do have, like, in my main account at LHR, I have like 10 planes that are waiting for a new contract partner. But, like, you know, it also depends on my schedule too, because, like, if I'm at work, I'm not sending contracts. You know, if I'm working on a video or some other, you know, things that I'm doing, I'm not sending contracts. If I'm playing Destiny 2, I'm not sending contracts. If I'm spending time with the family, I'm not sending contracts. But if I'm just like chilling, watching YouTube videos, then I'll send some contracts. So, yeah. It's all about my schedule too. We're going to add these contracts here. What time is it? 1:30. All right. Oh, I got you. All right, let's accept your L plane. Oh, I forgot to be landing planes. Oops. Can land 124 to land as well. Yikes, we forgot to approve a bunch of planes for landing. That is David Elliott, you're gonna wait. You're gonna pause at 99 gold planes. That stinks. I mean, I guess that would avoid your issue from happening, right? I feel like something's happening where it's like it's thinking that you need it needs to refund, or you ask for a refund or something. That's the only thing I could think of that would be causing. Get another E stand over there. I don't need to add more C stands because I think, yeah, we got plenty of C stands. Got more seaplanes I can land as well, but we're not going to land them yet. Let's add the departure manager back on. Taking a little bit longer than I thought, which is fine. Kind of loud for me. That's at 7 out of 10. Let's go. What do we get at level 11? Wallers, whack. But actually, Wallers aren't so whack in the beginning. If I get those Wallers today, I could get another stand, so that'll help me. Can I AFK somehow in this game? The best way to do it is just by like having your planes land on their own. You know, if you turn on the tower managers, I would say turn them all, like turn on the approach and the delivery manager. What I do is I just turn them all on for 10 minutes, and then I turn on the approach manager for like however long you're away for. That way you can go. That way planes can land while you're not playing the game. That way when you are ready to play the game, you can focus on handling the planes, not on having to wait for planes to land. So like right now, even though in this airport I had a lot of planes already landed, now we're at the stage where we're waiting for planes to land in order for us to begin handling them. That's because I don't have all the stands unlocked. If I had all the stands unlocked, I'd be able to play a lot longer without having to wait for planes to land. So that's one thing that a lot of people do. I even do that, like at work, for example. I'll open up the game. I'll open up the game. I'll turn on the tower managers, and then continue, looking at my spreadsheets for work, and then that allows me to make progress. I'm not handling planes, but then when I get home or when I'm actually able to play the game, then I can worry about handling the planes and not have to worry about wait for all the planes to land. That's the most AFK you're gonna get in this game. World of Airport developers really don't want this to be like an AFK or like an AFK type game. They want this to be a game that you kind of have to like play. So. Could the new update come out in Christmas period? Yeah, 100% possible. World of Airports have done it before in the past, where they had an update come out on Christmas Eve. So it's not off the table. There we go, level 11. Now we get 9,000 wallers, which actually is enough. Is that going to allow me to get another E stand over here? Over here, nice. We'll go ahead and unlock this E stand for 28. That's pretty solid. I don't have 10,000 to unlock another C stand. Do I need to unlock another C stand? Oh yeah, all my C stands are in use. Interesting. Because your account is Phat Empire. So this is my stream only account. My stream only account, I only play on stream. I stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So my stream only account is Phat Empire. Yes, that's correct. As far as my other accounts, I play my main account every single day, and that account is the Phat Rican. THEPHATRICAN. That's the account that most of you guys want to like contract with, because when you play with my stream only account, I only stream one time per week, right? So that's going to be a delay. And then I don't play every single airport when I stream once per week. So sometimes there could be a period of 4 weeks where I'm not playing an airport, and you're not going to get your plane from me or my plane to you for a whole month, for 4 weeks. So for most people, you don't really want to contract with my stream account unless you have extra planes in your fleet, or you have like you don't play too often as well. If you only play once per week as well, then I'm a perfect contract partner for you, right? Well, up until it takes a year for me to go back to your airport, right, Voitando? But yeah, that's what I gotta say. Then on this account too, on this Phat Empire account, you have to purchase the contract using your Twitch Phat coins. It's free. You get that for free by watching the stream on Twitch, but you have to redeem it using your Phat coins. We do that as well, so that way people who are here on streams are more likely to get their planes. Well, there's a couple reasons, right? One reason is people who are watching the stream get to see their plane on stream, so that's a win for them. But two, people who are also here every Saturday are also more likely to be playing World of Airports maybe once a week or so. So they should be able to handle their airplane once a week as I'm getting it sent out back to them. Reason said, I really like you because your guide so helped. Oh, thank you so much. I know I've been meaning to make more guides. It's just like work's been so crazy, and like I do end up spending a lot of time like for myself, or with the family. Also important, right? But that's why I appreciate all you guys' support too, because that helps me like do more, make more videos, you know, do more contracts. That's why I spend. I also try to make sure that I'm doing more more contracts, especially like the VIPs, because you guys are like, you guys support the channel financially, or sometimes for VIPs you can get there without financial support too. So like you just support the channel by being here and being present. So try to do whatever I can, as much as I can. Do you think it's possible to get 5659 XP until the release of HKG and LHR? I don't know. Well, it depends when HKG comes out, right? If it comes out tomorrow, probably not. If it comes out the end of the month, probably. Also depends on how much you play, right? If you stop playing, pull you down. Or 20. Ha! That's funny, Ultra. What do we look like here? We got only 7 planes that we're handling. That's interesting. We got a bunch of cargo planes waiting for landing. What I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna buy a cargo stand, because we got like this cargo plane waiting, this cargo plane waiting. They're both seaplanes. Yeah, do I really? I don't. And we got this one and this one. So we got 4 cargo planes waiting for landing. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy stand 23 for 10,000 wallers, so that way we can at least try and make some progress there. I still need to make a tutorial video for, like, I did a tutorial stream for scheduling, but I want to do a tutorial video for scheduling as well. It's just like I keep not using it because there's so many like negatives, I would say, that go with it. Like once you have a stand that has a schedule on it, you can't modify the available stands. This stand has scheduled airplanes and cannot be edited. Like that's so whack. So like if all of a sudden I just don't want to handle A planes or B planes in this stand, I have to reset the entire schedule. And so I'm just trying to figure out like what's the like best way to kind of like discuss scheduling. I could tell you how to use it, but like I also want to go into strategy on how to use it. Like what's the best way to use it. You know, I know for like cargo planes it makes a lot of sense to use the scheduling manager, because with cargo planes you can kind of block the G stand, right? You can make sure the G stand is available for the A225s only. So that's important for those, the A225s, but for a lot of other stands it's a little bit more complicated. Got more planes ready to land. That's good. Right. So now I have the departure manager off, and I'm not going to turn them back on because we really don't have a lot of planes, so I can kind of manually watch it. But it's going to be really important to make sure that I do have these planes take off, because I have the approach manager on. The approach manager I'll extend, and we're gonna finish the stream at Muscat today. But we have the approach manager on, so it's really important to make sure that we tell these planes that are on the runway to take off as soon as they're able to, because otherwise the approach manager can't do its job and you're paying it for nothing. Oh. And one of the things that I end up sometimes doing by accident when I have the departure manager off is I get all these like yellow these needs attention, and I'm always tempted to like tell this to line up immediately, but that only delays the arrivals, so just be aware of that. You know, even over here, this one's still taking off, so I want to make sure another plane can land before telling that one to take off. So we're gonna wait a little bit. I don't know if there's any other more planes that are going to be landing on this runway right now. There's actually there should be one more actually. Let's see where that A388 is. Lifting off now, so there's another plane landing, right? Yep, there it is. And over here we have, oh, that one's about to exit the runway. So I'm going to wait and let another plane land before I tell that plane to line up. This one can line up because we have this 8 to move plane. That one's ready for pushback. Nice. No more handling crew. Now, this plane is taxiing to the stand, but it's being blocked by this plane. So this is the plane I'm going to tell it to line up, so that way this plane can get to its stand. So we're going to wait for that to go, and then we're going to go ahead and do it. Off, that's good. Just don't have handling crew right now, huh? Yo, thank you for that, man. Thank you for Aditya for signing up for basic. Appreciate that. Now, FYI, because you are a member on YouTube, make sure you join the Phat Airlines Discord, and make sure you link your Discord account with your Google account, your YouTube account, because that will give you access to the VIP channels, including our VIP contract board. So definitely check that out. And you know, with the VIPs, always, I hate to say it, but it's true, I prioritize them when it comes to contracts. You know, when I have new contracts to send, I always prioritize the VIPs first. Thanks for the support, man. I'm just waiting for 10 handling crew. What, one of my handling crews about to expire in 2 minutes. Now what do I get at level 12? I get more contract slots. I'm not really struggling for contract slots. I need more handling crew. Not till level 21. Oh. Far. Drops are slow? Or why? Even mine are slow. Usually it happens like instantly. How do I use the schedule system? I would take a look at the stream I did where I talked about scheduling. There's a stream I did. You could look at it on YouTube. There's a stream I did where I talked like the first like 2 hours only about scheduling. That's your best bet, because that's where I go into all the details on like what's ways you could use it and how you could use it. I need to work on a tutorial, because to be fair, I don't use the scheduling feature much. I'm running into so many more issues by using it than I am by not using it. You know, the biggest issue I had was I can't change the stand size if there's a schedule, if there's any schedule on that stand. So that messes me up, because sometimes like, not here, but like at IAD, for example, IAD is kind of similar layout to this cargo section. So at IAD, you have this stand right here in the middle will give you the G plane, and then this stand can only handle F planes in IAD, right? But at IAD, if you have the G plane here, no other planes can park next to it. So I have to disable those two stands, and for me, it just having the schedule on, and yeah, it just makes things more complicated for the way I play the game right now. But I do want to create a guide that goes through on how you can use it and talks about like strategy and stuff, but it's just too much to get into. I just reset my entire schedule here because I wanted to edit some of these stands. Red Concorde's going back. Red Concorde with the cool call sign too. Idol. Oh, Ultra with the landing. We got no planes landing and no planes on the runway. So we can go ahead and start doing this. We got plane landing over there. That's fine. Oh. Yo, I missed all the follows today. I'm so sorry, guys. I am the Aldo. Thank you for following. And Tech345, thank you for following. I'm like, there's a lot of notifications I'm not getting today. I mean, it's still better than like last week. I was having literal, like, my computer was, my stream was stuttering. So I'm glad I'm not having that issue today. But different day, different issue. This, start handling player planes. Peace out, Voitando. Yeah, we'll be ending the stream like any minute now. Really, I'm just trying to get these planes started to handled. Some of them are ready to take off. Like this player plane right here. Want to start? I'll start handling it. I can handle it manually, I think. Does it still show when someone follows? It should, but I don't think I've noticed it today. We're looking over here. I don't think any more planes are landing right now, right? Oh no, there's another plane landing right here. Wait. One where we have to add more crew and ramp agent, so that's good now. Up. Excellent, excellent. And we got on this. What the? 50 minutes? Did I bought like 2 hours of timer? That's crazy. That was a huge mistake. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for me for today. We played LHR. We got 10 gold planes. We played Muscat as well. So what I'm going to be doing, if you guys have planes to me or from me, from my LHR or to my LHR or my Muscat, do me a favor and try to handle them. Because what I'm going to be doing is over the next couple of days is I'm going to log into my account and pre-land a bunch of these planes so that way we can keep making progress like that. You know, like I said before, when I pre-land planes, I turn on all the tower managers for 10 minutes, and then I extend the approach manager for an hour, so that way the planes can land while I'm doing something else. So I hope that you enjoyed today's stream. I want to thank you all for joining. It was a lot of fun. You know, even though my throat isn't feeling the best, you know, you guys make it a great time. Even when I think about canceling stream, I'm super happy that you guys are here, and it makes me, you know, keep going on. So thank you so much, guys. Pueller almost lost your stream streak. Well, I'm glad you made it right before the end. Made to move said bye Phat. Great stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Got a hockey fan here. Anybody else want to say bye? Guys, thank you so much again. Like, I'll be here again next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And you know, if HKG comes out, I'm gonna stream. My goal is to stream that same day, probably during work. But if not during work, then we might have like a night stream for that. Sorry for all you guys and your stream streaks, but you know, duty calls. When the update comes, we want to share it and showcase it. All right, but we got Raptor. Peace out, Raptor. So I hope you feel better. Thank you, man. Yeah, I drank some orange juice today. That's like my number one thing I like to do when I have like a sore throat. Which everybody thinks it's weird, right? Because like it kind of like it burns your throat, but I feel like the burning is good. But also I like the vitamin C from orange juice and all that. So yeah, anyways, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Peace out, hockey fan. Peace out, Ultra. Peace out, Doogie. Peace out, Dolphins. Peace out, Pueller. Yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you soon. Let me see if we can do a raid real quick. I know last time I took like ages to figure out who to raid. I'm not going to spend ages. Let's see if we got anybody who I like. Check my personal. I'm gonna check my personal Twitch. See if there's anybody like on my personal Twitch. Oh, Astacross is streaming. That's cool. Guy, he does Destiny 2, and I like watching him. But we're not gonna raid him. Alrighty, guys, that's no raid today, unless Sloppy or Mod sets one up. But I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I will talk to you soon, and I'll see you next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. All right, everybody. Peace.